Konnichiwa! I'm Alex with Lexco Moto Gymkhana. Today I'd like to share some thoughts with you on practicing. Especially when you're first starting out, practicing and how you're practicing is very important. It's something that you have to be conscious of, always be thinking about how you're practicing. What I'd like to say, especially to you beginner people, beginning Moto Gymkhana people, it's extremely important that you not focus on speed. You need to focus on being smooth with everything that you're doing, and the speed will come with time. Once you start to practice and doing a lot of repetitions of Moto Gymkhana, everything's going to start to become ingrained in your muscle memory. It will become second nature, and the speed will come. But at first, don't focus on being fast. Focus on being smooth. Another thing that I want you to focus on when you're practicing is you need to be working on your weaknesses. Always evaluate your writing. I strongly recommend that you record yourself so that you can see from an outside perspective what it is you're doing right, what it is you're doing wrong. And spend more time on the things that you're doing wrong, on your weaknesses. That's the only way to become fast. Work on what you're bad at. Put a priority on that. Now, I'd like to share a little concept with you that I call break it down, slow it down. This is something that I figured out when I was drumming. I'm an advanced level drummer. I've been drumming for over 15 years. And one of the ways that you become fast at drumming is by what I call break it down, slow it down. So when you're working on a specific thing, let's say I'm working on, an offset slalom, offset weave. Okay. I'm going to start off very slowly and gradually building up my speed. That's the slow it down part. The break it down part means that you need to understand every single little thing that is going on during that maneuver. Okay, what exactly am I doing with the throttle? When am I doing it? What exactly am I doing with the front brake? When am I doing it? How does it relate to the throttle? What am I doing exactly with the rear brake? What am I doing with my head and eyes? What am I doing with the handlebars? What am I doing with my lower body? Break it down. Every single little detail of what you are doing, you need to understand. And if there is some kind of a hitch somewhere, let's say my vision, my handling, my throttle's all good, but I'm having a little trouble with my rear brake. Okay, slow down what you're doing, practice it slowly, and focus on the rear brake. Okay, always break it down, slow it down, practice slowly, focus on what that weakness is, and gradually speed it up little by little. If you just try to shortcut and just start practicing really fast and you don't really even know what it is you're doing, you're never going to refine your technique, and you're never going to be smooth, which means you're never going to be fast. So riders, I hope that this gives you a few ideas on what you should be focusing on when you're practicing. When you're out there on your bike, put a lot of conscious thought into what you're doing. Break it down, slow it down. Get these things into your muscle memory that only comes with practice and patience over months, over years. Be smooth and the speed will come. Riders, until the next video, arigato and peace.